There comes a day in nearly every older adult's life when something seemingly small breaks your heart a little. Maybe you find yourself struggling to twist open the lid on a jar. Or your legs shake slightly as you lower yourself into a chair. Perhaps, one morning, you look in the mirror and realize the arms that once lifted grandchildren with ease now rest a little more softly against your sides. It doesn't feel like weakness, it feels like time. Quiet. Unforgiving. Inevitable. But I'm here to tell you something few doctors ever say clearly: muscle loss after 60 is not your fault. And more importantly, it is not final. This is not how your story has to end. There is a silent medical reality that walks beside aging: sarcopenia, the progressive loss of skeletal muscle mass and strength. It starts slowly, often in your 40s, then accelerates with each passing decade. By 70, nearly every person has lost a significant portion of their muscle, sometimes without even realizing it. Not just bulk, but function. The ability to get out of a chair without pushing off with your hands. The confidence to walk across a parking lot without glancing around for something to grab onto if your knees give out. But beneath the data, beneath the studies in clinical terms, there's something much more sacred: the story of a body that has carried you through grief and joy, through laughter and hardship. A body that still wants to serve you. That still wants to stand. And the truth is, even now, yes, even now, your muscles can grow stronger. Even now, your strength can return. In fact, I've seen it happen. In my clinic, in my patients, in the quiet moments between blood pressure cuffs and whispered confessions like, "Doc, I'm scared I won't be able to live alone much longer." Muscle strength after 60 is possible. Not through extreme workouts. Not through gimmicks or glossy pills. But through something far more gentle and natural. A simple powder. 1 scoop. Taken daily. Whey protein. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Protein powder? That's for gym rats. That's for 20-year-olds in tank tops. But let me tell you something important. Whey protein is not a bodybuilding supplement, it's a medical tool. One of the most studied, trusted, and profoundly effective nutritional interventions for older adults struggling with sarcopenia. Here's why. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at turning the protein we eat into muscle tissue. This is known as anabolic resistance. It's like your muscles are still listening, but they've turned the volume down. They need a louder signal. And whey protein provides just that. It's rich in leucine, an amino acid that directly triggers muscle protein synthesis, the body's natural way of rebuilding muscle after activity. Leucine is the spark in the ignition. Without it, you can eat all the chicken breasts in the world and still watch your strength quietly slip away. Whey also digests rapidly, delivering its amino acids into your bloodstream within minutes, precisely when your muscles are crying out for repair. In clinical trials, older adults who consumed around 20 to 30 grams of whey protein daily, not with dumbbells, but with gentle movement, showed measurable increases in muscle mass, strength, and mobility. Some even regained the ability to climb stairs unassisted. One woman in her 70s told me, through teary eyes, "I walked the whole farmer's market last week without having to sit down. I haven't done that in years." It's not magic. It's mitochondria. It's biology. It's the body responding when we give it what it needs. But timing matters. To make the most of whey protein, take it within an hour after movement. That could mean a short walk, light housework, a few stretches with resistance bands. You don't need to sweat, you just need to move. That motion is the signal. The protein is the response. Together, they create renewal. And no, this doesn't have to be unpleasant. Whey comes in flavors that can mix easily with almond milk or water. Some of my patients blend it with half a banana, a few berries, and a handful of spinach. That's breakfast, and it's a biochemical lifeline. Choose wisely. Look for clean, grass-fed whey isolate. Avoid powders with gums, sugars, or a list of chemicals that sound like a science experiment. Your body has fought long and hard to get you this far. Don't burden it now. But let's go deeper. Because there's a secret even many doctors overlook. Muscle is not just tissue. It's a metabolic engine. It regulates your blood sugar, your balance, your inflammation, your confidence. Losing muscle doesn't just make you physically weaker, it makes you biologically more vulnerable. And that's why, when we talk about regaining muscle, we must also talk about what holds it all together. Collagen. You've heard the word. Probably from TV ads promising smoother skin. But collagen isn't just cosmetic, it's structural. It's the scaffolding beneath your strength. It wraps your tendons, cushions your joints, anchors your muscles to your bones. And like muscle, collagen quietly declines with age. It's why your knees click in the morning. Why your hips ache after a walk. Why you hesitate before kneeling in the garden, even though your heart still longs to be among the flowers. But we can help the body rebuild what time has thinned. Collagen peptides, when taken daily, have been shown to strengthen connective tissue, improve joint mobility, and reduce pain. In one 24-week study, older adults taking collagen showed significant improvements in walking distance and joint comfort compared to those who didn't. And these weren't elite athletes. They were people like you. Like me. Just trying to keep moving through this world with grace and dignity. What I love most about collagen is how quietly it works. No taste. No smell. Stir it into your morning coffee, or your tea. It dissolves like it was never there, but its presence will be felt in your knees, your spine, your gait. Want to make it even more effective? Pair it with vitamin C. Without C, your body can't properly use collagen. A glass of orange juice. A kiwi. A slice of red bell pepper on your plate. It's the simplest act of synergy, and one of the most powerful. And here's something that might surprise you. When collagen peptides are taken consistently, the benefit isn't just physical. Many people begin to feel different. They carry themselves differently. I've had patients tell me, "Doc, I feel like my body belongs to me again." That's what this is really about. Reclaiming ownership of your body. Because no supplement alone will transform your life. But taken with intention, taken as part of a ritual that honors the temple you live in, it can remind your cells that they are still alive. Still capable. Still ready to carry you. You are not decaying. You are adapting. And the more you support that process, the more your body will answer back with vitality. Whey protein to nourish your muscle. Collagen to reinforce your frame. And now, a third and ancient power from the earth itself. One so small it slips through the cracks of modern medicine, and yet, so potent it has been called nature's most perfect food. Let me tell you a story about spirulina. Let me tell you a story about spirulina. Not the kind that comes in glossy bottles with trendy labels, but the real kind. The kind that's been nourishing human bodies since ancient civilizations scooped it from sunlit lakes in Africa and South America. Long before laboratories and clinical trials, people knew this tiny blue-green algae had power. But now, science has caught up to what ancient healers already knew. Spirulina isn't just a superfood. It is a lifeline. Especially for older adults who are quietly running low on strength, vitality, and stamina without knowing why. Why? Because spirulina is what we call a complete protein. It contains all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. That matters more than ever after 60, when your dietary intake may drop, your appetite may shift, and yet your body still needs those building blocks to stay strong. If you're not eating large portions of meat, or if your digestion isn't what it used to be, spirulina offers a gentle, plant-based, and easy-to-absorb solution. But its true brilliance lies not just in its protein, but in what it carries within. Spirulina is one of nature's richest sources of iron, and here's why that's crucial. Iron forms the heart of hemoglobin, the molecule in your red blood cells that carries oxygen. Without enough iron, your muscles starve. Your brain slows. You feel exhausted not because you're lazy or getting old, but because your very cells are running on empty. Many of my older patients, especially women and anyone with a history of anemia, tell me they feel drained all the time. Like their limbs are heavier. Like their breath is shorter during simple chores. Often, the culprit is low iron. But unlike harsh iron pills that upset the stomach and cause constipation, spirulina offers gentle, bioavailable iron, the kind your body knows how to use. No cramping. No side effects. Just nourishment. And there's more. This microscopic algae contains powerful antioxidants, including phycocyanin, which gives spirulina its stunning blue-green hue. Think of antioxidants like a repair crew cleaning up the cellular mess left behind by stress, pollution, poor sleep, and aging. Phycocyanin doesn't just fight inflammation, it protects your muscle tissue. It guards your joints. It lowers the silent fire that slowly erodes your mobility with every passing year. I often think of spirulina as a whisper in the wind, small, subtle, but full of wisdom. It contains magnesium, calcium, potassium, and B vitamins, each one critical for muscle contractions, nerve function, and energy production. If you've ever had muscle cramps at night, restless legs, or that unexplained heaviness in your limbs, this could be why. And then there's its role in nitric oxide production. You may not know that term, but you've felt its absence. Nitric oxide is what helps your blood vessels relax and widen. When it's low, circulation slows. Your hands feel cold. Your feet ache. Your legs tire after standing. Spirulina helps reopen the highways of your body, sending oxygen, nutrients, and energy exactly where they're needed most. Imagine this: oxygen-rich blood flowing easily to your legs as you rise from a chair. Your heart pumping without strain as you walk to the mailbox. Your breath steady and full as you move through the world. This is what better circulation feels like. This is what spirulina makes possible. But again, the key is not drama or extremes, it is gentle, daily support. You don't need to swallow a dozen pills. Just start with half a teaspoon of spirulina powder. Mix it with citrus juice to cut the earthy taste, or blend it into your smoothie. Even a few tablets a day can make a difference. What matters is consistency. When taken every day, spirulina begins to restore what life has chipped away: your stamina, your balance, your resilience. Not overnight. Not in a week. But slowly. Surely. And then, one day, you may notice you're walking farther without thinking. Standing taller. Feeling brighter after lunch instead of sinking into the couch. You'll wonder, was it the spirulina? Was it the whey? Was it the collagen? And the answer is yes, but also no. Because what changed your health wasn't just a supplement. It was your decision to begin. And once you really begin, you become someone new. Not because you reversed the clock, but because you stepped into the wisdom of your age with intention. Because you realized something profound: aging is not a disease. It is a sacred transition. And it deserves your protection. Let's be clear, growing older does not mean shrinking into a smaller, quieter life. It does not mean retreating from vitality. It means shifting the way we care for our bodies, from force to nourishment, from neglect to reverence. So yes, supplement wisely. Choose whey to support your muscle growth. Choose collagen to fortify the scaffolding that holds you upright. Choose spirulina to reawaken energy, balance, and cellular vitality. But also, move. Even if it's slow. Especially if it's slow. Take the stairs when you can. Rise from a chair without using your hands. Lift light weights or bands. Garden. Walk. Dance. Sleep. Deeply. Not just in hours, but in quality. Because this is when your muscles heal. When your cells regenerate. When your brain clears out the toxins of thought and age. Make your bedroom a sanctuary, quiet, dark, and free of screens. Breathe. Not shallowly, but deeply. In through the nose. Down into the belly. Out through the mouth. Oxygen is not optional, it is the first medicine. Hydrate. With clean water. Not sugary drinks. Your muscles are 75% water. Dehydrated tissue tears more easily, heals more slowly, and tires more quickly. And eat intentionally. Every bite either nourishes your body or taxes it. Choose color, fiber, omega-3s. Choose real food, not food-like substances. But above all, listen. Your body is not yelling, it is whispering. Every ache, every stiffness, every tired morning, it's not punishment. It's a request. For help. For care. For you to remember the strength still waiting inside you. When you listen to those whispers, when you finally respond, not with fear, not with frustration, but with gentle, consistent care, something remarkable begins to unfold. You begin to heal in places no blood test can measure. You begin to feel at home in your body again. It's a quiet kind of return. A return to dignity. To ownership. To hope. And it's not just about supplements. It never was. It's about realizing that your body, even now, still wants to serve you. Still wants to lift you from the floor. Still wants to carry groceries, hold grandbabies, kneel in the garden, dance in the kitchen when no one is watching. I've seen it with my own eyes, men and women who once shuffled into my clinic, faces drawn with fatigue, eyes dimmed by defeat. And then, weeks later, those same faces lit up again. Not because they became young, but because they became stronger than they thought they could be. One man, 72 years old, told me he hadn't knelt down in 5 years. His knees had betrayed him long ago. But after 3 months of movement, collagen, and spirulina, he knelt not just in his garden, but to propose again to his wife of 49 years. I just wanted to feel that alive again, he said. And he did. A woman in her late 60s, who'd been terrified of falling after breaking her wrist on a slick sidewalk, started resistance training with soup cans and adding whey protein to her breakfast. 6 months later, she no longer reached for railings. I feel grounded, she whispered. Like I can trust my legs again. These stories aren't rare. They're just rarely told. Because too many people believe the myth that aging is a straight decline. That muscle growth after 60 is fantasy. That weakness is inevitable and irreversible. But you and I, we know better now. Muscle is not just for the young. It is for the living. And the beauty of your age is that you no longer chase strength for vanity. You seek it for freedom. For independence. For love. You rebuild your legs not to show off in shorts, but to climb the stairs to tuck your grandchildren in bed. You strengthen your arms not to flex in mirrors, but to reach up to a high cupboard and know you can do it yourself. You grow not just to extend life, but to expand it. You're not too late. You're right on time. So if you've been living in a body that feels like it's slipping through your fingers, take one small step today. Stir the scoop. Stretch the limb. Walk the extra block. You don't have to do it all. But you must begin. And here's what will happen. Over time, your body will rise to meet you. It will begin to trust you again. It will start to build not just muscle fibers, but resilience. Not just energy, but confidence. That's the most overlooked benefit of this journey. Confidence. The feeling that you can still do it. That you can reach. That you can rise. That you are not fragile, but formidable. Every scoop of whey, every spoonful of collagen, every pinch of spirulina, is not just nutrition. It is an act of self-respect. A vote for your future. A declaration that your life is still unfolding. Because it is. You are not the leftovers of your younger self. You are the full harvest of everything you've lived through. You've earned this chapter. And in this chapter, your strength is not behind you, it's waking up inside you. So take the time. Make the shake. Sit in the sun. Move with intention. Speak gently to yourself. Sleep like it matters, because it does. Your muscles rebuild while you rest. Your body repairs as you dream. And your spirit restores itself in stillness. This isn't just about longevity. It's about vitality. And dignity. And it starts with a choice. A scoop of powder. A glass of water. A walk around the block. A refusal to settle. Because aging is not a decline. It's an evolution. And today, you evolve with strength. So close your eyes, just for a moment, and imagine the version of yourself that feels light again. Capable. Grounded. Free. That version is not a fantasy, it's a direction. And you are walking toward it now. Step by step. Sip by sip. Scoop by scoop. You are not done. You are becoming. And we, your doctors, your family, your community, we are here, cheering you on every step of the way. Now, go nourish your strength. Go rebuild your body. Go live this day like your muscles still matter. Because they do. And so do you. If this message stirred something in you, if you're ready to take back your strength, one simple step at a time, then subscribe now. Because here, we honor aging with wisdom, with science, and with soul. Share this with someone you love and let them know it's never too late to grow stronger. Not in body, not in spirit. I'll see you in the next video.